Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on what part of the world you're in. Now, I don't know because I wanted to link up with John, and he's on Zoom, and I'm on YouTube. And the problem is that Zoom used to have a desktop app, and now they don't have a desktop app. And I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do it, scratching my head, because I want us to connect. That's the thing, but I'm not quite sure how we're going to do this. So you're going to have to bear with me for a second. But hey, let me know how you're doing, folks. Give me a comment and let me know you can hear me and see me and everything like that. And then we'll be good to go. So I can see that I'm actually live on YouTube on my mobile there. But somehow I've got to connect with Zoom, and I'm not sure how to do that. So let me get John's meeting up and see what we can do here, because I'm not sure how this is going to work, because I've tried doing this with the Zoom app before and it just doesn't connect.
Okay, Mr. Rush is in the house, so I'm going to stop this recording and then we're going to sort Jeremy's
I'll tell you what the problem I've got here, John, is that I can't. Zoom used to have, when you open. Oh, can you hear me? Sorry.
Yeah, I just stopped.
Yeah. The problem I've got is I'm live now on YouTube, and they're sort of looking at me talking to my screen now. Yeah. Zoom before used to, when you open the link, would open it up in the browser, and it would automatically open up the app. But if you close the app, it would show you joined by desktop. But it's, which I do that for HP's call. So I don't know if that's something in your Zoom settings that you've got to stop people joining via desktop. So
do you want me to make you host, mate, and then you can have a look?
I don't know. I don't know anything about Zoom. Because I always go live on YouTube and go via StreamYard, and then I share my screen and I can share Zoom in one win. And it could be great, everything's connected. So what I might do is I'm going to put your link in the chat of my Hangout so people can come over to Zoom. That would probably be the best thing to do. And then they can come and
start recording again. And
yeah. So let me just bear with me a sec while I go. Everybody can see me on the Hangout. But, I don't know. Oops. Mute myself. So guys, if you're on, I could see there's a few guys here in the room. So let me just give you the link to come over to Zoom. If you've got Zoom on your laptops or your computers, that would be great. Come over and join us on Zoom, because I can't work out how to connect this, and I can't share two lots of screens, because on Zoom I'm going to need to share my screen, and on YouTube, I would normally share my screen. So I'm going to leave YouTube open, but you're not going to see anything. So what you want to do is come over to Zoom. I don't know whether John needs to approve you coming in, or you can just click the link.
They're coming.
And they can just come across. So I'll leave YouTube open, because I can see there's people starting to come into the room. So if you're watching on YouTube, and I'll remind you a couple of times, click the link that I've got there in the chat, and I'm going to pin it. So if you're watching on YouTube, and I'll remind you a couple of times. No users.
I've got them.
Yeah. So I've pinned it. I don't know. I've pinned it as well. So guys, if you're watching on YouTube, come over to Zoom, and then when I see the numbers start to drop off here and they're in Zoom, then we're all good to go. Right. I could see Tony's right eye.
There we go.
That's it. Now we can see you. Right. So the idea was
before we get cracking,
give
me a heads up and I'll hit the record, Jeremy.
Yeah, well, you can record anytime you like,
All right, 3, 2, 1, here we go.
Recording in progress.
There you go.
Okay,
right,
away we go.
So let me first tell you how I came into this business, that this wonderful business of Aurum. Is John and I have connected for a good number of years, been in different programs together, a bit like going to different schools together. we was in one program together, and John was my upline of my upline of my upline. I think I'm not sure if it was my cousin Barry, then Mike Briggs, or Mike Briggs and my cousin Barry, and then John. I don't know how it worked out, but there was a few uplines in a previous business, and that business didn't work out, and we carried on doing our stuff online. John was doing his bit, I was doing mine, and what happened was John just sent me a message saying, "Has anybody shared Aurum with you?" And I said, "No, nobody shared." And he said, "Okay, I'll send you a little presentation." And that was HP's presentation. And I was blown away. Now, the reason why I wanted to tell you that little bit of story in the beginning there was because if you've got somebody that's a friend that you would normally, what can I say? Because I know some people have got two types of friends, haven't they? They've got the friends where, oh no, my friends wouldn't like to see Aurum. And then they've got their friends who they chat with quite regular, and, they're quite pally with one another, but they keep their mouths closed. I don't know why that is. And John just sent me a little message. "Have anybody showed you Aurum?" He never phoned me, and he just left it at that. He never sent me no links or anything. And because I know John, I said, "Yeah, I don't know what it." I said, "No, nobody sent me it. Send it over." And he just sent me that video, that presentation that HP does, every night. The man must sleep and dream that presentation. That presentation, and that hooked me, and I came in, and I joined in October last year. I'm on Nexus now, and I'm approaching very fast now to Oracle. I think, is it Oracle? It's called Oracle, isn't it? I'm approaching very fast to that. So from October, what's that now? What we now? The October, November, December. It's about 5 months, isn't it? Something like that. Is it October? Yeah, it's 5 months. October, November, December, January. It's 4 months, isn't it? October, no, yeah. So I came in October. So we'll say 5 months, and I've gone through the ranks, fairly quickly, I think. But that's because I'm a marketer. We all have our different ways of marketing. John has his way, I have my way. But then there's some people that, can't do the marketing. Now, Aurum are bringing out this fantastic tool. What's that tool, that new tool called, John, that they're bringing out that's going to automate everything? They told us about it on that call the other night, didn't they?
Mine's got blank.
I could see
The flow.
Aurum flow, that's it.
Right. Now, this flow, from what I understand, from what John's told me, and then what I've seen with other, other people have mentioned it, Brian mentioned it, and I was on a call the other day, I forget the guy's name, but he did an half-hour call. He mentioned this flow, and it's a follow-up system. Right now, this follow-up system is going to be life-saving for a lot of people. But for some people, a follow-up system only works if you've got somebody to follow up. If you've got nobody to follow up, so let's just say you're sitting there now and say, well, I can't contact my bloke next door. I can't talk to the donkey in the field up the road because he wouldn't be interested. And I go in the shop up the road and buy me paper every morning, but he wouldn't be interested. You see, you get that wall, don't you? You get that wall where you say, I haven't got anybody that I can talk to. I haven't got anybody, and I don't want to pester my friends because everybody thinks that working online's a scam, and I don't want to tell them that. So I really don't want to, tell people about Aurum because I'm a bit shy. So if you've got that flow in your hand, if you're that type of person that can't speak to anybody, and you're a bit shy and you're a bit slow at coming forward, which is okay. There's a lot of people like that, and it's not, it's not an illness or anything. It's, some people are like that. They keep themselves to themselves, and their business is their business. What they talk about up the pub or down the football ground or, in the supermarket or to their neighbours is not what they do in their private life, and what businesses they got on. Some people are very private. So if you've got flow in your hands, that won't work for you, will it? So what you need when you've got flow in your hands is you need a way of bringing in leads from people you don't even know. And this is what I've been putting together. I've been putting a system together, because I've been working online since 2004. And then I went full time. I'm a plumber. And I sold all my tools in 2012. And I give it up. And I had a bit of savings and thought, right, I'm going to go for it, hell for leather. And, a bit like that, I don't know where the story is. Somebody might be able to help me there. Is that the admiral, they all landed on this island, and the admiral burnt the ships. He said, we're not going to lose this battle. And that's what I did. I sold my tools, and I give them to my son-in-law. I give him a load of tools, and I sold some at the boot market. But I just got rid of them, put some on eBay, got rid of my tools, sold my van, and I had no way of going backwards. I could only go forward, and that was in 2012. 2014 was a breakthrough year for me. I mean, I won't go into it, but it took me into a six-figure earner in 2014 from working online. And over the years, I tried dabbling in buying traffic. Waste of time. I tried it so many times. I mean, Tony's been with me, followed me and worked with me for so many years. Tony's been through all the ups and downs with me. That's Anthony Clark, you could see on the call here. And, I've tried all the paid traffic routes. And, the only thing that works for me is cold traffic. Cold traffic works brilliant for me. And the warm traffic was like John approached me. That was warm. I'm a warm lead to John because he knows me. Now, if you don't have a warm lead that you could say, have you seen Aurum? You need cold leads. And a cold lead doesn't know you. And the good thing about a cold lead, you don't even have to show your face to a cold lead. You can even give yourself an alias name. I had a guy working with me. His first name was Darren. His second name, I won't tell you his second name, but it was his stage name. That wasn't his real name in personal life. I know him personally. That's not his real name. He used his stage name, a bit like an actor. I don't think George Clooney was born George Clooney. So, you can use a stage name if you want, or it's better to use your own name. But the thing is that if you want to do well in any business, whether it's online, offline, you need customers. That's as simple as that. Unless you've got big pockets and you can say, well, I'm coming into Aurum and I'm going to dump 100 grand in or 200 grand in, and I'm going to live off the passive income. Well, I didn't dump in. I haven't got that sort of money to dump in 100 grand. I put in $130. $20 I needed for the, to pay for the access. And the rest of it, the $110, I bought a bot with. Well, if we look, 0.5%, what are you going to earn on $100? You're not going to earn that much money. And if you want to compound, well, that's a great long-term goal if you're starting with a small amount of money. But if you've got a small amount of money and you're saying to yourself, well, I want to be able to go to Dubai with John. I want to be able to go to Dubai with John and drive around the desert. I want to meet up with John, or Jeremy and be involved in everything. I want to be able that time freedom. Then you've got to pull something else out the bag. And that something else out of the bag is a bit of marketing. You've got to be able to market yourself. You've got to be able to put yourself out there, even if you're doing it in the background. So I've put a system together, and John will decide who he's going to give the link to and whatnot. That I'll leave for John to decide that. My team will have the link directly from me. But I've put a training course together. There's 9 modules. And it takes anybody that's never, ever bought a lead in before from A to Z. By the end of the course, you will be bringing in leads, 2 or 3 leads a day. I'm bringing in leads into my funnel because I've been doing it a little bit longer. I've been rinse and repeating, doing the same thing. Once I've established what worked, rinse and repeat. I'm bringing in 20 to 30 leads a day into my email list, but I promote other businesses. I've got my own business, which, I don't need to tell you about on this Hangout, but anybody that follows me know that I've got another business. And I also market affiliate products. So I use my lead system in different ways. Now, one of the ways that you've got to start with a lead system, because you might be thinking to yourself, well, where do you start? Where do you start? Well, the course will tell you this, but let me just tell you, you don't sell to anybody. You know, HP says it on the call every night, doesn't he? He says, how many times if you walked past a shop and looked at maybe a shirt or a suit in the window, and said, that's nice, but you've not actually gone in and bought it. Does the shopkeeper run out the shop and say, hold on a minute, I saw you walking past yesterday, you looked in my window, come in here, and drag you kicking and screaming? And I don't know about you, if you ever walked into a store and, you know, you might start browsing something you want to wear, you know, buying yourself a new pair of trousers or a new skirt or a new dress or whatever it is you want to buy, you know, a new blanket for your bed or a quilt, and a salesperson comes over to you. I can't wait to get away from them because I don't want to be sold to. I want to buy. People want to buy. They don't want to be sold to. So with a cold lead, you're not selling anything to them. What you're doing is you're solving a problem for them. You know, most people, like, I can solve a problem for you now. I could say to you, can you bring in leads? And you could say, no, I can't. Can you market Aurum business? Not really, I can't. So I could say, well, I could solve that for you by giving you something for free. Read this, and I guarantee you when you've read it, you'll know what to do and you'll know how to bring leads in. That's called a lead magnet. So you're not selling anything in that lead magnet, you're giving something away. But you're not actually selling in that. You don't even mention, if we say Aurum, for example, in your lead magnet, you're not mentioning Aurum. You know, you're not mentioning that at all. What you're doing in your lead magnet is you're saying, well, you know, are you interested in crypto? Do you want to know how to make a passive income using crypto automation? If you do, download my free ebook. And you're sending them to a page where they put their name and their email address in, just because they want to get your free ebook to know how to make a passive income from crypto using automation and AI. And I'll show you it's called a landing page, and I'll show you a little tool in a moment of how easy this is to set up. And then once they give you their name and their email address, they've given you permission to send them an email. Now, what you do with that email is you want to build up respect. You want to build up safety. So you don't want to come straight out the gate and say, I know you wanted that ebook. Here's the ebook, but I want to tell you about Aurum. You don't want to do that. You would set up a series of emails, sort of what I want to do, warming up your lead so that they get to trusting you that you're giving them educational material about crypto automation. You could talk about other businesses. You could say, well, I've looked, there's trading robots out there. I've looked at this trading robot. I've looked at that trading robot. I've looked at them all. I've only found one. And you don't even mention the one that you found to them in the emails. So you're warming up your lead, and eventually you're going to get to that sales email, and you're going to ask them, you say, look, you've been following me in my emails here. I wonder if I could send you a link to a presentation. All you got to do is hit reply. And then if they hit reply, bosh, you're in there. Or if you don't want to hit reply, you can include the presentation in the email. Now, what I want to do is I want to share my screen. I've done how to zoom. Where do I do that, John?
Down the bottom.
Oh, yeah, I got it.
Green icon.
Right. So, can I share everything? Does that do?
Yeah.
I don't,
Yeah,
so
your co-host, you should be able to share it.
share everything. So I don't know what you guys can see. I have to go over here.
I'll let you know, mate.
See, oh, there's share. So I don't know
There we
what.
go. Right, build a powerful lead.
Ah, right. There you go. So this is what's called what's this say? Hold on a minute. Zoom is requesting to bypass the system's private window. Do I allow that? I assume, do I? Yeah, I don't know what that is. Look, so I can't see my tabs now because the Zoom tool is in the top. How do I move that? Oh, I've done it. Look at that. I've done it. I've dragged it down. Bloody hell. I'm getting good at this. So look, I want to take you to this site here. This is Easy Landing Page Creator. And I'm going to minimize that. Now, so let's just say you've got your lead magnet. You know, this free gift that you're going to give away. Now, that might be a PDF or, you know, something like that. A bit of, or it could be a free mug for whatever, you know. But let's say that you wanted to give away, you know, a free gift called your lead magnet. And then what you wanted to do is you want to capture that email address. So here we are on Easy Landing Page Creator, and I'm going to show you how quick and easy this is. I'm going to create what's called a landing page. There's a video of me at the top, explain you what it is. And let me get my pad here, because I'm going to call this Freedom Chasers, just to show you. I'll pop that in there, and it won't let me put a space. So this is the domain name for it, okay? So this would be, it's called a subdomain. So this would be freedom.chasers.elpc.site. So now I go to the next stage, and I've got various templates that I can choose. So I'm going to choose a very simple one, and that's one with a background. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down the bottom, and I'm going to choose this one here. As you see, it's got this box and these two boxes here. I don't know whether you can see that okay, which is for the name and the email address. And I'm going to click next. When I get to here, it's going to ask me to put the content in here. So I'm just going to put in here this Freedom Chasers, Bosch, join John's team. Okay. And then I'm going to click preview. Let's have a look at what it looks like so far. There it is. Look, Freedom Chasers, join John. Okay, so that's what it looks. I need to put something on the button. It's got, I can change the background. It's got a nice beach there at the moment, but you get the idea. So let's go along a little bit further, and let's get to the stage where the autoresponder is. Now, an autoresponder is where you can either connect to a system that will handle all your email sending for you, automation. But let's just say you don't have that. Let's just say you want to collect your leads inside the landing page creator. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to get John's WhatsApp, and I'm going to copy this link here, and I'm going to put that in the success URL. And then the button, I'm just going to say free access. Okay. And let's have a look at a preview now. So now we've got Freedom Chasers, join John's team. People put their name in there, email in there, and they click free access. So that's the preview. So all I do now is I click next again. Well, sorry, I've put the wrong I need a URL. I need to put to a video. Let's find a video. Let's take that video, copy that. Come back to landing page creator. I need to put a URL in there. See, so that's when they fill out their form. So let's click this again. When they click this name and this email address in there, and they click free access, they, in this case, they're going to go and see, get a video. But they're also, we're going to collect their name and their lead. We're going to collect them as a lead, their name and their email address. And then we click next. Then here, there's a video there. This is a girl. This is done by AI. You know, the videos in all of these videos that I do are all done by AI. And in the course, I teach you how to do this AI. It's brilliant. And all I'm going to do is click next. And then what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to give this a name. So I'm going to get John's Freedom Chasers there, give it a name. I could do the SEO settings so it's found on the search engine, but obviously I'm not going to do that now. And I'm going to click save. Now, if I come to here, here's a Freedom Chasers page, click on that to open it. And, you know, I'll show you that. I'll give you that in the, well, you don't need it. It's not thing. So here I'm going to put in here, Jeremy. And then in the bottom, I'm going to put Jeremy and John at gmail.com. Click free access. That's taken me over to the video, which is what you would maybe have your lead magnet, which will take them over to that free PDF. Now, if I come back to Easy Landing Page Creator and I go to leads, never worked with children and animals on the internet. What's happened here? Oh, I've signed me out. Bear with me. and I go to leads. Let's go to leads. And I scroll down the bottom. You'll see it says jeremyandjohn@gmail.com. Tells me the web page it come from, which was the Freedom Chaser. I've now got this email that I could copy, and I can do the normal crackers thing. But let me drag that out of the way. I could go over to here and open my Gmail, put them in there, and write them an email. And you might say, Jeremy, well, what would I write them? That, again, we would show you in the course. We would show you how to do this, or I show you how to do this, what you would put in the subject line, what you would send them each day, because you'd email this person each day, how to make a note of them that you've emailed them each day. All that's done in the course. Now, what I'm also showing you in the course is if I come over to my where are my videos? I sent it to John, actually. Let's get up in John's WhatsApp. And what I did with John is, there it is, look. So if I only shared this with John, not, can you see the WhatsApp, guys?
Yeah.
Right. So I took John's photograph, and in this photograph that he had here, what basically he had is he had his wife sitting on like a toboggan. So all I said to the AI was, can you take the lady out in the background and the sledge, I called it. And the AI took it out and just gave me John. And then what I did is I put John's picture into my video creating AI. I gave it some text that the AI wrote for me, and I made this video. So let's see if we can watch this video. I don't know if it's going to play that well.
People think crypto automation is about predicting the market. It's not. It's about removing emotion. Manual traders don't usually fail because they're uninformed. They fail because they react. They hesitate. They panic. They overtrade. Automation works differently. The rules are set before emotions show up. When to enter, when to exit, when to do nothing. So instead of reacting to every price move, you follow a process.
So you guys can see that, obviously that's not John's voice, but John could clone himself. He could clone his voice. And what I want to do is I want to show you one of the videos of what's inside the course. Now, it's this one here. And I'm hoping the sound's going to, it should be all right, John, isn't it, if I'm sharing the screen?
It came through fine.
Yeah, so if I make this big, now this video is 8 minutes long. Is that okay for me to play this?
Yeah, fine.
Right, so I'm going to play this, and then I'm going to keep myself quiet. So I don't know whether you can. I don't know what happens if you mute me. I don't know. So is this is on? Right. So let's watch this. This is one of the training in one of the modules, and we're talking about in this one how to create a video using AI. So I don't know how I get out of this. Where have I gone? There we go. So where can you still hear me? That's the thing, because I've lost Zoom now.
You're all good. We can hear you. We can see you.
Yes. So you can see me. That's the main thing. So there you go. So that's what this course is about. This course is about showing you how to market yourself, but not market yourself. I mean, I put John in that video there. If I stop sharing, there you go. I put John's picture. I've not put that on YouTube because I didn't want to, I didn't have John's permission. I just made it on the fly. And it took me, as you see there, 10 minutes or 15 minutes to actually make. I got a picture off of John's Facebook profile. Now, and, if John was doing that, like I said in the video there, you'd be able to, clone your own voice if you wanted to. But if you don't want to use, Barry, if you look at what Barry does, he does them short little videos and he puts them in your Telegram group there. And I also get Barry's videos and I put them in my own Telegram group. But those videos he does with CapCut, and they got lots of templates there. You just stuff an image in there, choose a template, and it makes you a video. Now, those videos that Barry makes are perfect for you if you've got your bio. John said, "What's your bio?" to me today. Well, what's a bio? So if you go over to your Facebook, and I could share my screen. Let me see if I could do. Where's the share screen again? Share screen. What do I do? Desktop like that. Share.
Down the bottom. That's it.
That's it. Right. So if I go here, Facebook, and I go to my profile, there's my bio. You see, that's called your bio. And up here, you can edit your profile. And there's your bio. So you can click on that pencil and you can edit your bio. You want to make sure it's on that public view. But you see, I track my links. So this link here, if I get this link, I'll just show you. This is my lead magnet that I use to get my leads. So I put this lead magnet, and it's discover how to turn crypto volatility into a passive income using automation, and every video I make that maybe you don't see, because I put them on Instagram, I put them on TikTok, I put them on Snapchat, I'm putting videos out all the time, are dragging me in leads. People come to get this free ebook here, and they click this, it says, send me my free guide. And when they click that, they get this blank page, nothing else is on it. So it's idiot proof for them. And they put their name and their email address, make sure they're not a robot. And I send them a free guide, but then on my list. They're then on my list. And I know by this person coming into this lead magnet that they've actually are interested in how to discover to turn crypto volatility into a passive income using automation. Well, what's Aurum? It's turning crypto into a passive income. So it fits perfect for them. Now, if I was saying something, how to lose 10 pounds in 20 weeks, for example, or 2 stone in a year or whatever it is, and then I tried to sell them Aurum, the lead magnet's not working, is it? The lead magnet's got to work in a way that when you put a post on a social media platform, whether it be your Facebook or wherever, the post links to your bio. Your post will say link in the bio. Your TikTok, because when you put a TikTok video up, for example, you can't put a link. So you need to put a link in your bio. And I don't know if I can see from my TikTok. There we go, TikTok. I don't know if, bear with me, if I go to my profile, wherever I am here, view profile. Yeah, there you go. See, look, I've got my bio link there in my TikTok. So when I make a video, like this one, this is Barry's video. Look, it's had 262 views. So I first, in the course, I show you how to set up your TikTok, show you how to set up your Facebook, everything like that, to show you how to put the bio link in. And then when you get a video like Barry's, for example, and I'll show you one of Barry's videos, like this one. Now, if I stop that, now Barry does a great job and he gives you these for free. And look, it says you know, finally twisted his arm to get him to put this on the video. Find out more, link in bio. Well, we know what the link in bio is. It's this one. And I track mine, so I know where my leads come from. And look, I've only got 137 followers, and yet I've got 260 views on that one. You know, look at my videos. They're all getting over 200 views, and I haven't got a lot of followers because I only opened up TikTok, literally, it's been about a month. That's all. You know, I did it when I started doing Aurum, and I put all the little videos on here, and I put the link in the bio. And that's the same for, you know, if I do, I've got Instagram, link in the bio. I've got Snapchat, link in the bio. I've got dev.io, link in the bio. I use Rumble. I use YouTube. I use TikTok. I use Facebook Reels. I use Facebook Stories. There's so many places. There's hundreds of places if you want to post content out there where you don't have to put your face. You know, you could get George Clooney. Let's say you went on, like, you know, I took John's video, picture off of his profile. I could go on Google and search for, you know, George Clooney. I could even search crazy dog and get a picture of a dog that's, you know, pulling a funny face, and then create a video from that dog, like the way I just showed you in that video, link in the bio. I could go and find you, you know, I could say, find me a Bitcoin with a face. And I get the Bitcoin with a face and I make a video because it's going to talk. The AI is going to make it talk. So providing I've got the picture of Bitcoin with a face, or I can go to, I might be able to do it. I don't know how much time we got, John. Are we all right for time?
As long as you need, mate. This is incredible stuff.
And so if I share my screen again, right, and then if we go, this tool, you just got to use it, right? If I go to ChatGPT, right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to image, okay, and I'm going to see if I can find John again. Where did I put John's picture? Let's see. I forget where I put it. I don't know whether I put it in here. I've got so many images. I always forget where I put. No, I might have put it in here. Images. Let's see if I can find John. I even cloned my son. He cloned his voice and he started using it for his own work. Let's see if I can find all of these images that I'm skipping through here. AI's made me. AI made the lot. Yeah, I don't know. Well, I better not use him. He's not giving me his permission. Hey, I'll use this one. Look, I use this image here and I click open, right? Now, if I had John, for example, I could take this prompt, copy that. You see, remember I clicked on this one over here and I just bossed that into there, click enter. Now I'm going to, what I do while that's working away, I'm going to go to ChatGPT again, and you can ask it anything. You can ask it anything you like. The better the question, the better the answer. And you can sit and play with ChatGPT. Now, I lost my train of thought there because I was going to show you something that I wanted to show you. What was I talking? No, I forgot. Yeah, here we go. If I do this, create image of a mad dog. I'm not going to get done for copyrights here because this is creating me a unique image. And I could ask it to say, create me a middle-aged man or woman, you know, tall, short, fanny skit, spots on the face, one arm, you know, I don't know. Any type of image you want, you can get it to make. And then when it's made the image, you could take that image over to HeyGen and make a video, and you could ask ChatGPT, write me a script. And you could go to Aurum, you know, there's a perfect place to go to. Just go to Aurum. Well, there's a mad dog. I could make a video with that dog talking if I want to. And you could put that anywhere. You don't even have to put your face. I mean, I think that if you're going to do something for Aurum, you want to be serious. You want to put, you know, somebody that's ideally your own face, really. And if you don't want to clone yourself, that's okay. But there's really, for making content to put out on social media, the thing is endless, you know. And I could have put here a funny mad dog, you know. I could have said, you know, make him funny, make the dog funny, rather, I should say. And you just let this AI, and you can create image after image after image after image. It's just mind blowing what you can do. Let's just see how our one's doing over here. Sorry, we're the prompts too volatile for our guidelines. I've put something in there because I've mentioned something they don't like. But this image here was created again by AI. AI created me that image, and again, I could take that into HeyGen, and I could make a video with that guy talking. You know, and if you look in John's, you know, in the Freedom Chasers Telegram group, there's a ton of stuff that's in there where it's a bit more happier. I don't know, but there's a ton of stuff in there that Barry's put in there that, you know, you can just copy that, you know, and put that on your social media. Now, if you want to get access to this training program that I've done, then you're going to need to tap up John. If you're a follower of me and you want to get access to it, well, then I'll be sending that out to you tomorrow, so you can get access to that, to my training program. There's, as I say, there's about 10 or 11, I think there's 9 modules in there, and in each module is broken down into different categories, and then in each module it takes you right from the beginning to create your lead magnet, how to create that lead magnet, which AI is going to do for you, where to save it, Google Documents, somewhere like that, or Google Drive, how to build a landing page. Well, I showed you how quick that was to build a landing page using the Easy Landing Page Creator, how to make a video, how to make a Facebook post, how to make a TikTok post, how to set up your bio, how to email the people, how to get the emails to send to the people, how to keep a record of what emails you've sent them. Unless, of course, you want to go the full automation way. But before you go automated, you really want to be going the manual way. So you understand what you're doing. When you understand manually what you're doing, automation comes second nature to you. And then you could set up a system that's working for you 24/7, bringing you in leads, 2-3 leads a day. That's all you need, 2 leads a day coming in. Those leads are not customers. Those leads, you know, I've got a system as well that you could set up an autoresponder, and you could have 2,000 leads and send them emails every day for free. All in the course on how to set it all up. You know, this is what the course is for. If you're not a marketer and you want to do some marketing, you want to build your team, and you want to start to make a bit more extra money, then learn the tools. And I'm 61, 62 this year, and I've learned AI in the last sort of 3 months. I've been using it really, and because I don't watch telly at night, I sit in the armchair, laptop, I'm watching video, learning. And that's what it's about. If you're got your day job, everybody's got their day job. John's got his day job, but look at what John does inside that Telegram group alone. Look at the team that he's put together. And that is because John is not sitting watching telly at night. He goes down and has a pub and, you know, does a bit of playing and things like that. But he's doing a bit of work, isn't he? He's doing a bit of work. And that's all you got to do is say, well, I'm not going to watch EastEnders tonight. I'm just going to leave it. If the family are watching it, I'll just sit with my laptop, or I'll run up to the study or the spare bedroom, and I'll do a bit. I'll start to work on my lead magnet, get my lead magnet set up. Then I'll get my landing page set up. Then I'll get my email sequence set up, and then watch the leads start to come in. And that's as simple as that. And I'll give it a wrap there, John.
Brilliant, mate. That was awesome. I mean, I've been looking into this HeyGen myself recently, and I created my first video this evening. And I blew myself away at how well it came out. But the HeyGen is a really great little tool. So I'm when that popped up and it was HeyGen, I was like, excellent. Jeremy knows how to use this properly. But this is, so I've been down this route many times in the past, right? Creating landing pages and email follow-up systems and going down the email marketing route. What do you think? What would you say is your sort of turnaround, Jeremy, on sort of numbers in to successful turnaround and getting someone actually jumping into Aurum? What would you say your numbers are?
Well, the list that I've got for Aurum at the moment, I mean, I've got an email list now of about 30,000 people,
Wow.
but they're in different categories. They're not all in the Aurum category, you know, because I sell other products. I do affiliate products, you know, from JVZoo and ClickBank and so on. So I in the actual trading system, I've got another business that does a, you know, similar a trading bot, and in there I've got an email list of about 3,000 people in there. Then in Aurum, I've only just started doing Aurum in October. So I'm now up to 800 people on that list.
Wow.
And that is built from free traffic, built from this system. You know, it's just putting out posts. And I've now changed all my bios. So I'm only getting that lead magnet to get people that are interested in automation. So I would say the turnaround for depending, because you're doing real cold here. You're doing.
It's an ongoing thing as well, isn't it?
Well,
you're constantly building that relationship, consistently building relationships.
Well, yeah, that's it. Because you see, with the posts, I do one video, one text post, and one image post a week.
Yeah.
And that brings me in free. From if I do like that, will bring me in 3 to 4 leads a day. Now, out of those 3 to 4 leads a day, you'll have some people that don't even bother opening the email. So after a week or so, if they haven't opened any of the emails, I'll just delete them. There's no point in me keeping them. But I would say I'm getting around I've got 100 and I don't know how many in the team. I've got 206 people in the team. And what I've done is I've helped other people build their teams. You know, I've helped them build their teams. So it helps for my ranking. You know how it works. So I would say that the turnaround is probably around, I'll say 5%. You know,
and this is also about creating spots of real estate on the internet, isn't it?
It is.
Once you've created one, you could go and create another one. And every time you're going to get that little bit better. It's an incredible skill to learn. And like you say, you can diversify it. You know, you can use it in all kinds of ways. So are you open for a few questions?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
All right, guys, if anyone's got any questions, feel free to raise your hand and we can bring you out and you can ask Jeremy any questions. But Awesome's training, mate. I'm excited. I'm excited to dive into it. I started playing around a little bit with it last night, and I've got to the stage where I'm building that lead magnet. So I'm excited to build it. And how do you think this might work? Also, is this something that we might be able to tap into Aurum Flow with?
This will be brilliant for Aurum Flow because you see, most people, and I can just see Mike's bald head in the corner there. Hi, Mike. Hope you're all right, mate. Now, with that flow, from what I understand, it's going to follow up with your leads.
Yeah.
So these two are going to go hand in hand, aren't they? Because, you know, we're lucky, John. Mike Briggs actually is on this call. He's lucky. Anthony Clark's lucky because Anthony Clark's brought people into my other business. You know, he's a networker in his little network. Mike Briggs, I met Mike Briggs, I don't know how many years ago. I forget how we went and had a drink in a pub. We love having a drink with Mike. But we met back a good few number of years. I don't know how many years it is.
15.
And 15 years, there you go. So 15 years ago, and we were both working online. And it was, you know, Mike's a brilliant, you know, he's a great, what do you call it, marketer, you know, and he sort of stepped back out of it for a while, you know, because he's a millionaire and he don't need the money. He's not poor like me and you, John, see, and he stepped out. But when Mike gets into gear, he can stir up the people. He comes up with some great ideas. He puts some great posts and he gets people curious. And, you know, but not everybody's a Mike Briggs. Not everybody's an Anthony Clark. Not everybody's a Jeremy. Not everybody's a John, you know. And I think for those people that are not like that and don't like the network, you've got to bring in cold leads. That's what you've got to do. And then when this flow comes on board, you're going to be bringing a slowly tap of cold leads in. And whether you want to set your landing page up to collect them on WhatsApp, because you can do that. You can get them to join you through WhatsApp or Telegram. You know, you could you join me on Telegram, put them in a group, get my free lead magnet from my Telegram. I've got free accounts on Telegram. You know, you could set up different profiles. All you need is a different telephone number. I went and bought a Tesco's one for a card, cost me £5, put it in my phone, received the text message, throw it away, opened up another profile. So I've just now set up a profile for crypto automation, and I've not done anything. I've got no friends on it or anything, but what I'm going to do is set up a lead magnet and say, you know, come and join my crypto automation Telegram group to get my free, you know, my free tips and whatnot. And I will set the whole system up. Flow will be perfect for that, won't it?
Yeah.
It will just plug into that. It will plug in, but you've got to bring the leads in first, haven't you? You've got to bring those leads in, you know?
You've got to create those curiosity.
You've got to get those people in, get them in the door, and then slowly drip feed to them with emails, and eventually they're going to turn into paying customers. And if they're not, you might make some friends along the way. You know, not everybody has to be your customer, do they? You know, but you don't know who they know. That's the thing. You can't. You should never judge and say, well, that person wouldn't be interested. Let them say, I'm not interested. You know.
Well, with everything we've got going on with Aurum, with Shane Moran's Zone 1 ideas and Flow and this and the AI integration now, you know, I think this is going to be incredibly valuable for what we're doing, whatever everyone's doing, you know, and I think we're going to all be able to actually plug into this and start learning this valuable skill.
Definitely.
So if any of you guys got any questions, or if not, we'll wrap it